Well, in addition to a 40-year career in the banking industry, Debbie Buckland has distinguished herself as one of the region's most dedicated volunteers and philanthropists. This year, she's being honored with a OneJax Humanitarian Award, and she joins us now. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning, Ann.
We're also joined by Elizabeth Anderson. She is the CEO of OneJax. Welcome back, Elizabeth. And we're joined by the person who nominated Debbie Buckland for her award, WJCT Public Media President and CEO, David McGowan. Good morning, David.
Good morning.
So, Debbie, you have served on literally dozens of boards. You have received awards from so many agencies around town, recognizing your work, your volunteerism, your philanthropic dedication. And you also serve on the board here at WJCT. But what is it that draws you to volunteering and community service?
That's a great question. And I'm so happy today I get to show up with two of my favorite leaders. So, over the course of my life, I have sought platforms that allow me to leverage my banking and finance expertise to inject sustainability into models so that they can live after I'm gone and after, you know, um, so many organizations don't run themselves with an eye to creating sustainable business models.
For
And
doing good work in the
yeah,
present, but not necessarily finding a way to make that last into the future.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I've been fortunate, I've always worked in banking and finance, which and the organizations that I've worked for have allowed me a platform to do that work and aligning it with driving success in business for business. And, I've been able to watch job creation. I've been able to watch leaders develop and do good work um, within the community, creating more jobs, driving economic development. And it's powerful when you can synchronize your work every day with what you're doing philanthropically.
I understand that one of your earliest jobs was actually as a bank teller. And so, although your recent years have been at the upper echelons of the banking world and as an executive, you really kind of worked your way up from the inside.
I evolved up.
You evolved
Yeah,
up.
and I'm frequently asked what my plan was when I started, and I really didn't have one. I didn't have a plan. Show up and work to do my part. I was laughing with my friends earlier this morning on a text stream that it's about injecting sanity sometimes into difficult situations because, in
Where do you find that serum? Because I'm interested in injecting some
yeah,
sanity.
good luck with that. It's like staying the course every day,
Mhm.
and especially right now, it's important to remember that the history is what it is. We're not going to change that, and it's not going to do any good to be angry about what's going on. We just have to go forward.
It is certainly, as we said in our our first segment, a time of economic uncertainty. I imagine that has a lot of ripple effects in the philanthropic community, not just, and the banking industry.
Yeah, you know. Um, Yes, uncertainty is informing every aspect of our life right now, and especially in my world. I live in and work in and interface with business owners mostly, and they're scared right now because it's difficult to plan. Um, we're watching closely in the banking space to see what's going to happen, and hoping for the best.
Welcome back. Well, once again, I am joined by OneJax Humanitarian Award honoree Debbie Buckland. We're also joined by OneJax CEO Elizabeth Anderson and WJCT Public Media President and CEO David McGowan. I'm not supposed to be messing up your title there, sir. David, you nominated.
He can handle it.
You can handle it. Uh, you nominated Debbie for this award, for this recognition. Can you tell us why? I mean, obviously, you know her from the WJCT board, but what is it about her that you thought was worthy of this recognition?
Well, I think, if you look at Debbie's service in this community over a period of many, many years, it's just really an incredible track record of giving, and I don't mean just giving financial resources. I mean giving of time and energy and talent that it takes to actually help organizations succeed and thrive. And as Debbie said, she's been so focused and focused with us as well here at WJCT on our work to create a long-term sustainable organization that thrives in virtually all circumstances. And clearly, this circumstance that we're in right now, where information, reliable information, is at a premium, is a situation, in some ways that we were built for. So I think when you look at Debbie's service across JTA, the United Way, the Women's Giving Alliance, I mean, virtually every single important initiative in the public service arena in this community has been helped or led by Debbie Buckland. So it's just an incredible record, and I think we're honored to have her on the WJCT Public Media Board, and honored to participate in her, her honor as a OneJax Humanitarian Award honoree.
Yeah. Elizabeth, we've talked a little bit before about this set of honors, and obviously, it is a slate of luminaries. But what is it? I mean, for people who are looking at this from the outside, what is OneJax communicating to the community when you present these people as humanitarian, award winners?
I think Debbie said it best. She said, that she has lived her life getting up and showing up every day, one day at a time, and doing the work. And that is what will drive us through this period of uncertainty. And I think when we are looking for humanitarians and when we're looking to inspire the community to do humanitarian work, we can't get caught up in the uncertainty and the fear. It's about waking up each day and doing the work. And Debbie does that as good as anyone else.
Debbie, you are being recognized this year alongside some very prominent change makers. Mayor John Payton, who was on the program earlier, Dr. Charles McIntosh, who's a philanthropist and the first Black pediatrician in Jacksonville, Dr. Janetta Cole. What does it mean to you to be recognized with that group of people?
Well, it's so humbling. I can't even just I was really surprised when I got the call about the nomination. And I remember I shared with David and Elizabeth the first humanitarian awards I attended. I remember it when I came to Jacksonville in the early 2000s. And I remember seeing Audrey Moran. It's a very vivid memory for me. And for someone like me who just, has been just doing my thing every day and, working to contribute, and it sounds kind of corny, but just, to show up and be a good citizen. And yes, to look at the body of work and contribution that I personally have had, I'm very proud of that. And I think particularly, I don't know if you see if it's even in my bio, but an anchor for a lot of my work and investment and affiliation has been around supporting women, both in their just personal development and ability. A lot of times for women, it's just about getting through the day. And a lot of my work has been around that.
Mhm.
And selfishly, my service has afforded me the opportunity to develop some wonderful uh, friendships with women and with men too. So that part of serving with like-minded people to make things better for me and my children, and selfishly, I want my kids to come back here to live. I think we all want our kids to
They're
come
in New
back here to
York
live.
right
Yeah,
now?
they're in New York. I don't know if I'll ever get them
I was
back
gonna say,
here.
good luck with that.
I know. Good luck with that, right? So,
Well, hope springs eternal.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. But it's John Payton. I got to know very well. I served just after John when I had the opportunity to chair Jack's chamber, and John was the chair before me, and I think maybe John Delaney was the chair before that. And my mom asked me if I was going to run for mayor after I had the opportunity to chair the chamber. But John told me in one of our early conversations that he said, "You're going to have a big, big platform. It's a big platform, big audience." And he said, "You can't boil the ocean." He said, "You're going to want to do all these things." And I did, and we did. And along with the support of the board and the business community and Daniel and John, we launched the Elevate Women Work. I'm very
One pot
proud
at
of,
a time,
yeah,
right?
just one at a time. Yeah.
Well, Debbie Buckland, David McGowan, Elizabeth Anderson, thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Congrats on the award and the recognition.
Thank you, Ann. It's great to be here.